Let's get straight into it, guys. So what we can see for Bitcoin is that we have been having a retracement, and you can see we've been taking out the gains that we had from essentially the move up from 112k up to 123. So we're seeing a little bit of a pullback. How much have we gone down? We've gone down by about, well, to the bottom here, it was almost 9%. Which is not too bad considering if you look at this entire move here, we went up by 66%. So a 9% pullback, and you can see that we are now approaching key resistance. We have my orange line at 112k. So this is a level in which you know that we're gonna see big support, most likely, not financial advice. But you can see that we came very close to it, but the bull stepped in even before we came to this point, and we saw a move towards the upside, like we saw a little bit of a bounce here. So this is a very key level to keep track of right now. And by the way, guys, if I sound a bit strange, it's because I'm actually having a bit of a fever right now, but I wanted to give you an update video since the market is going absolutely crazy, but just bear with me. So that is for Bitcoin. Like, I don't see, like for Bitcoin in particular, we're having a pullback, but as you know, we're gonna have volatility in between now and the peak. And the peak, I've always been saying, is gonna be at the in 2026 or at the end of 2025. So that is very important to keep note of. And in the meantime, we are going to use this volatility, or I am going to use this volatility with my trading strategies here and making more and more gains here with this volatility. So I don't mind us. Actually, I want us to have these pullbacks, and then I want us to go back up here. So this is how I'm making money with my trades. So if you look at Ethereum also big pullback. We lost this support level at 3,620. However, for Ethereum, really, we can go down as low as 3K, and I will still say that Ethereum remains bullish. So even if we come down to this point, and we're not there yet, I'm not saying that we are going to go there, but just keep that in mind, that I think that Ethereum is still looking good. Like Ethereum is still in a bull market, in my opinion. And yeah, we're going to have this pullback. Let's see where this is going to stop. But the next logical point is 3,261, big support, and then 3K is also big support. If you look at Solana, also you can see that Solana, we went down and we had a bounce of this 157 level. We came very close to it, but bull stepped in. We have this bounce. Doge, for Doge, I'm a little bit more concerned because every single time when we have broken this orange line at 21.8 cents, we have come down and retested the 14.5 cent level here for Doge. So keep that in mind as well. And Doge is looking not super good right here, but I think that also, you look at this big swing, guys. Once we went down here, we had a big run towards the upside. So yes, we're seeing a pullback across the board, but I still believe we're in a bull market. So I'm not going to try to time the bottom. I'm not going to try to time the top. I'm just averaging in with my trades, as you know, guys, and I'm averaging in with my trading strategies. And I think that that is going to turn out to be very, very profitable. If you look at XRP, we have support at $2.78. If you look at Cardano, we have also lost this level right here at 80 cents. Next level of support is 61 cents. For Pepe, you can see that we are right now resting right on my orange line. And in fact, for Pepe, you know that I have a Pepe trade. If you've been watching my trading channel, you know that I have a Pepe trade here. I actually got a small position filled yesterday. So you can see, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah. So you can see 20K worth of Pepe was filled right at the orange line here. So let's see if we can see a bounce from this point. Right now it looks like it wants to go lower, but the orange line might be able to hold up the price here. So we will see about that. If we continue, we'll look at the Bitcoin dominance. You can see the Bitcoin dominance is seeing a big bounce as well. So yeah, support at 60.5%, and then 64.7%. We also have a resistance level. So keep that in mind. Very important levels to keep track of. If you look at the traditional markets, big red candle for traditional markets yesterday. So yeah, everything is going down right now. What is the reason for us going down? We'll talk more about that in a little bit. First, an update on my trading strategies. And you know, a few days ago, I added more than 10 million worth of exposure to my trading strategies. And some people are going to say, well, that was very bad timing. Well, I already knew that there was a chance that we would see a pullback. And in fact, with the pullback, what we're doing right now is that my trading strategies are buying on the way down. So even if Bitcoin goes down here, I am buying all the way down to 58K. And imagine being able to buy on the way down here and get an average price around, I don't know, 70K or 75K. That is not too bad. That is something that a lot of people would be very grateful for right now, as the prices are still pretty high at 113K. So I'm not worried about that. For altcoins, my Ethereum strategy is also still profitable. My Solana one is down, my Doge is down, and then you have the XRP one, it's also up. My Cardano is up. Then you have my second Ethereum strategy, second Bitcoin strategy, second Solana, and second Doge. So they are all up as well. So even if we do go down, this is why I'm using the trading strategies, guys, because they will be buying the dip. I don't have to time the bottom. I don't have to time the top. Not financial advice, but for me, this has been working out pretty damn good. And as always, guys, I'm keeping everything transparent and showing everything to you. Now, for my individual trades, also, I do have the buy orders locked in here. I know exactly, you can see them all right here for different assets. 3 for XRP, 1 more for Pepe, already executed 1, and then 2 for Sui. So these are the levels I will be allocating more or building a bigger position here. But yes, it's looking a little bit bad right now because, like, look at this, minus 35K. But nonetheless, I think that these ones are going to do pretty well once things starts to turn around. I just need to be able to get in at very important levels, big support levels, and then play the bounce. So as always, guys, I will keep everything transparent with you, and mainly on the trading channel, I will show you how I'm going to deal with these ones. But yes, if you want to get into my trading strategies or do individual trades, go down to the description of this video right now. You have my, by the way, you have my trading channel right here where I post all about my trades. And then you have the strategy tutorial here to understand it all. But then sign up to Pionex using this link, my favorite exchange. All my strategies using this link. So it's going to take you here. Here you can copy whichever strategy you want. And then you can also use VX and Tapit, which are also 2 of my favorite exchanges if you want to do individual trades. So that is all good. And you are now able to get in even at a lower price than I got into myself. So $1.1 trillion was wiped out from the US stock market yesterday. So this is huge. And the reason is because the economy is not doing as good as it was anticipating to do. So in July, you can see that the amount of jobs was revised, didn't hit expectations, and also June and May was revised down. So this was a huge deal. And now, actually, we are having a higher probability of the Fed actually cutting interest rates here as the economy is starting to do really bad here in the US. So maybe we're going to see a few rate cuts this year due to this. But we'll see, guys. But yeah, like I said, I'm just keeping my strategies open. Whatever happens, they are going to make gains over time. So I'm completely fine with that. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And if you look at, this is actually pretty interesting. You're seeing massive amounts of outflows from the Bitcoin ETF. So this was the second largest outflow yesterday. The largest outflow for Bitcoin was on the 25th of February 2025. And if you look at the 25th of February, you can see it right, 25th of February. You can see it was during this pullback right here. So boom. Here you had massive amounts of outflows. But look at what happened after that. You immediately, more or less immediately, saw a huge bounce. We went from 82, or call it even a 78 if you want to take it from this wick. And then we went up to 95. So I think that a big bounce is looking pretty likely if we continue to go down. So let's see. But things are looking pretty decent still, in my opinion. I still believe that we are in a bull market. And here you can see that we had an outflow of 800 million. So most of the liquidations that happened yesterday came from Ethereum. So be careful with leverage, guys. Make sure to add enough margin to not get liquidated. This is very important if you're using also the trading strategies here. I am adding more margin to make sure that I'm not going to get wrecked. So very important stuff to make sure to monitor